What is up, everyone? OldWillowScrub here. First, Nico, thank you very much for the host. And hello, Fallen. How's it going? I see I have the wrong image already. That's the way to do it. Well, fail. Let's fix this image. Get it in position. Okay. First things first, somehow I have no clue. This stream isn't really a train wreck. This stream is more like an exploded planet. But somehow this exploded planet got affiliate status. The first thing I want to say is thank you to everyone for, following, interacting, watching. I didn't really think this is just one of the many steps this stream will be taking. I never thought it would take this step. I'm just doing this mostly for the fun. Mostly to teach people Culdcept in general. We'll be doing variety streams like I used to someday soon. But right now I'm on a huge Culdcept Revolt kick, trying to teach people how to play certain books like this one, which I created yesterday. So again, thank you for all the follows, all the hosts. He's doing alright. Yeah, this book we're going to be doing is my Earth book. This book is called Earth version 1. You can actually call it by its unofficial title, which is Sylvan Duchess. But yeah, let's look at the book and go into some more detail. Somebody wanted to see an Earth-only book to see how powerful they can be. This is just one of the ways you can make an Earth book. This is the one I came up with. There's only green creatures. Now, sometimes you can do Earth and neutral, and this book might eventually extend into Earth and neutral at some point in time. I just don't know when, but right now this is an Earth-only book. But again, before we get into this, thank you to everyone again for all the follows and the support. First creature in Earth version 1 is Branch Army. Branch Army is it's one of the best creatures, in my opinion, for invading, because in battle its strength goes up based on the number of Earth creatures in play times 5. So if there are 10 Earth creatures in play, and this book can easily do that, but if there are 10 Earth creatures in play, that means that in battle his strength is going up 50 without items. And he has another ability, which is a secret art, which secret arts act like spells. So you can play a spell card from your hand, or you can play a secret art. You can do that once every turn. And his ability evolves into Mudman. And there actually is a Mudman in here, and we're going to be looking at him in a moment. The next creature we have is Brontitis. It's spelled Brontides, but they pronounce it Brontitis. He is another support creature. He can only use fire and earth creatures as support. This is something they introduced in Culdcept Revolt, where some support creatures can only use X amount of support creatures. Like, some earth creatures or some support creatures might only be able to use earth, fire, and neutral. Some might be able to use all. Some might only be able to use earth. And he has an ability where in battle he boosts the HP of all fire and earth creatures in battle plus 10. So that means that if he's in play any one of my earth creatures, if they're in battle, gets plus 10 HP. Okay, the next creature we have is rather interesting. He's a military rooster called Captain Cock. You can't even, you so cannot even make this up. His name is Captain Cock and he is vigorous. Interesting. Captain Cock's ability is a secret art ability, and it removes fatigue from user's target creature. And in Culdcept Revolt, creatures have a fatigue system. So when the creatures come into play, they're known as standing down. It's kind of like in Magic the Gathering, as like the creature's tapped and it can't do anything. And vigorous means that the creature never taps. It never goes down. It's always standing up. Yeah, you can't even... Oh man, this game just gives you all the jokes. Okay, and the reason why you would want to remove fatigue from a creature is this next creature. Gooba Queen. Gooba Queen has a secret art where she can summon a Gooba to a vacant land of your choice. And you can't have Goobas in your book. Like, you can't just play it. I don't even know if I can even pick up... I don't even know if I can look at a picture of one. Because technically you can't own them, no. They are little earth creatures. I think they're 0 strength, 10 HP. And all they're really used for are, in this case, Branch Army and Mudman. And for getting us a lot of mana for Tiny Army. But if you were to, like, let's say, use Gooba Queen, and once you use a secret art that stands down a creature, okay, makes them fatigued, but then the next turn you can use Captain Cock's ability to remove that fatigue system, or to remove the fatigue from Gooba Queen, so then you can use her again on your next turn. So basically it's first turn Gooba, second turn Captain Cock, third turn Gooba, and you can just go back and forth and put down a bunch of little earth creatures. The next earth creature we have is Great Tusker. Great Tusker is one of the more interesting and better earth creatures, again for attacking. It has 60 strength and 50 HP, and it neutralizes attacks first, but that's kind of not right. Great Tusker doesn't neutralize attacks first items. It's bad translation. It roughly translated from Japanese as neutralizes attacks first creature, and I think it only does that if the creature's doing a normal attack. So I think it's really translated as neutralizes normal attacks first creature, which basically means that if you have a creature and it's not using, and it has attacks first, and it's not using a scroll, he neutralizes it. If the creature with attacks first is utilizing a scroll, he can't stop it. And if an item gives a creature attacks first, he can't stop it. So it's kind of like really bad translation on that. The next creature we have is Hard Rock Dragon, and he may or may not stick around. I don't know. I just put him in there for the time being, mostly for support for the Sylvan Duchess. But his strength and HP is 50. It attacks first, and it has a secret art. And for 60 mana, you can 20 HP from target fire or air creature. So if there's an air creature or a fire creature that you've damaged, and let's say it has 20 HP or under, you can kill it with this. It has attacks first, which is nice, but you can't use armor, and I do have some armor and some tools in here, so that way I can use tools with him. The next creature we have is Land Urchin. You will see a lot of Japanese players, if you've watched any of the streams or any of the videos on YouTube, you will see a lot of them use Land Urchin. And the reason is, while it's defensive, it cannot be invaded by move creature. So somebody can't have a creature next to you and move it onto it. Now, they kind of can with something like Outrage or Chariot, which moves a creature. Basically, when they say cannot be invaded by move creature, that means you can't use the territory command move creature here. And it kind of does protect you. Like if you're in the middle of a couple creatures and this thing's level, 2, 3, 4, whatever, they can't just move it onto him, they have to land on him. And that's kind of great, because you'll notice that the AI will constantly try to move their not fatigued creatures onto you, and they're gonna try to weaken you. So it's kind of nice to have that ability that it cannot be invaded by a move creature, or you can't use the move territory ability to attack it. Next creature we have is Lycanoid. This has been used quite a bit in Earthbooks and in Culdcept Saga. It has a secret art, and you can use this with Cockatrice, or not Cockatrice, Captain Cock as well. And its ability is maximum HP plus 10 to target creature, up to a maximum of 100, because the most hit points you can have on a creature, and that's not in battle, this is just if the creature's on the board, the most it can have, the most MHP it can have is 100. So what's nice is, like, you can give it to Lycanoid a couple times to pump it up. You can give it to Gooba Queen to protect her. You can give it to, Hard Rock Dragon, who attacks first and you can't equip an armor. Well, you can start pumping his HP up. You can give it to little Sproutling over here. And we're going to get to Sproutling in a moment. You can give it to Captain Cock. Okay, so Captain Cock is literally there for Gooba and Lycanoid, because those are the only two that have a territory ability that continues on. Like Branch Army will turn into Mudman. And Mudman is the opposite of Branch Army. Branch Army strength went up in battle based on the amount of earth creatures in play. Mudman's HP goes up in battle based on the number of earth creatures in play, times 5. So, like with Branch Army, if there were 10 earth creatures in play, Branch Army goes up 50 HP. Well, or 50 strength. With Mudman, that's going to go up 50 HP in battle. Which means that, not looking at the land bonus, that's 90 HP. Without any boost. If you pumped him up to the max of 100 HP, and you had 10 earth creatures in play, you're looking at 150 HP, not including land boost. That's hard to take out. I mean, that's incredibly hard to take out. Even the critical hitting scroll would struggle a bit, because I've seen that get up to 105. Okay, so you can protect yourself pretty well with Mudman. The next earth creature we have, because I have to find a way to get Old Willow into things, is Sproutling. Sproutling is a 30 strength, 30 HP creature. It can receive land effects from fire lands, and its secret art is evolves into Old Willow. Now remember, Old Willow, like Kelpie, is a special creature when Old Willow or Kelpie are on their respective element land. So Old Willow, fire, Kelpie is water. So if Old Willow is on a fire land, all scepters except for the person who owns that copy of Old Willow has to stop on it. It's essentially an endless quicksand. You don't have to stop on it, just everyone else. So there are ways for me to protect Old Willow. Ish. But otherwise, yeah, that's why I put it in there. I put it in there so I can get a Sproutling down, have the Sproutling on fire, and then once I level that fire land up a little, because as you can see, Sproutling receives land effects from fire. So instantly, if that was a level 3 fire land, it's getting plus 30 HP. So I don't have to worry too much. Like if something comes and tries to attack it, and then I can evolve it into Old Willow. And the last Earth creature we have is Sylvan Duchess. Now there's a combo in here that's kind of mean. I see that my mic just spiked a bit. Oh no, momento. This should be better. But there's a combo in here that's kind of mean, and we're gonna look into that. But Sylvan Duchess is a 50 strength, 50 HP creature. She can only use Earth creatures as support. Her HP regenerates, and at the battle start, you destroy opponent's tool, scroll, or supporting creature. Which means the only way that they can hit you with an item is they have to use a weapon or armor. That's it. If somebody tries to hit you with a scroll, you destroy it. Now there are creatures that neutralize the destroy effect or steal effects. Or not really, yeah, they neutralize it. But there is a pretty mean combo with this that I came up with a couple days ago, and I'm like, well, let's see how that works. So we'll get into that in a moment. It's a spell card. But first, let's look at items. We have two Angry Masks. These are the tools where your HP goes up 30, and at the battle end, if your creature survives, your opponent's creature is HP minus how much damage they dealt to you. So if they did, 40 damage, and even if they were on defense, and let's say you could not kill them, let's say it was a 50 HP creature, so they had 40 strength and 50 HP, not including land bonus because this ignores that. So they had 40 strength, 50 HP. They hit you so you hit them for, let's say, 20. They have 30 HP left. Then they hit you for 40. Well, now their HP is going down 40. Now they die. Again, your creature has to survive. But if your creature survives, they cannot survive that much. I think I had it once where I miscalculated and they survived by 5 or 10 HP. I mean, this thing just messes them up. Because I could attack them with, Mudman. Do 20 damage. And his HP goes up in battle. Well, then all of a sudden, they can try to hit me for, let's say, 60. Well, now they're going to take 80 HP. Instantly. Because they're going to take 60 HP just from Angry Mask. Then they're also taking the 20 damage from Mudman in the first place. Next item we have is an actual armor. We have 4 Magma Shields. Magma Shields neutralize attacks when equipped creature is fire or earth. Technically, I guess I could put Sphere Shield in here instead. It does the same thing. But the reason why I don't have Sphere Shield in here is you can still technically do damage to the opponent. With Sphere Shield you can't. Sphere Shield is, it reduces your strength to 0. So they can both be used in conjunction. They're both really good. Next item we have is a weapon. It's Moon Scimitar. Strength plus 30, and the attack bonus gives the creature sleep. So, unlike Paralyze, when you paralyze a creature, it can't attack, it can't use armor, it can't, you can't use their secret art, so with their would-be territory abilities, they can't use that. And any of their in-battle abilities don't get triggered. So if somebody were to paralyze Sylvan Duchess, she won't regenerate and she doesn't destroy weapons. Mudman can't gain HP in battle. But what Sleep does is Sleep does something so much worse. Now the creature can attack, but what Sleep does is it renders the toll 0. So if you're going, and let's say you land on a level 5 land, and if you pay that, you lose the game. Well, you can attack the creature, use Moon Scimitar, and put the creature to sleep. No matter what, you're not paying that toll fee. That is gone. You don't have to worry about that toll fee anymore. Next item we have is Necroscarab. It's another tool. This is a really tricky card. Not tricky to use, but tricky as far as if somebody kills you and you have Necroscarab in play, you still are getting the toll fee. If somebody were to land on your Land Urchin, and let's say Land Urchin was on a level 4, and if they paid that toll fee, you knew that meant that you can win the game. But if they stole it, then they're going to be in the lead. Equip Necroscarab. If they can't destroy this tool, that means that when Land Urchin dies, or any creature equipped with Necroscarab, if that creature dies, the equipped creature transforms into a skeleton. You still own the land. Okay, any kind of transformation like that, like kill the creature transforms, when it says upon defeat, transforms the equipped creature. Well, if you transform your creature while it's defending, you get the land. You don't lose it. It's a really great item, like when the chips are down and you need to protect your land, transform your creature. And the last item we have is Sword of Pluck. It gives plus 40 strength to any creature wielding it, and if the creature has a rarity of normal, it's a critical hit. Great Tusker is what this is used for. You can put it on anything, like you can put it on Branch Army, it'll give it another plus 40 strength on top of whatever the Earth are. You can give it to Brontitus, you can give it to Captain Cock, you can give it to Hard Rock Dragon, Land Urchin, Lycanoid, you can give it to Mudman, but not Land Urchin because that's defensive. You can basically give it to just about anything you have, but if you were to put it on Great Tusker, so it's going to bring Great Tusker's strength from 60 to 100, because it's 60 plus 40, then it's going to critical hit for an additional 50. Meaning Great Tusker, if they can't neutralize or stop the damage, Great Tusker is going to deal 150 damage to their creature. So now let's look at the spells. We have 2 Earth Shift. Changes target territory belonging to user into an Earthland. Earth Shift is nice. Level 1 solid element land, fire, water, earth, or air, into another element costs 300 magic. So if you wanted to go from fire to earth, or water to earth, that's going to cost you 300 magic. And that's just for level 1. One moment. Okay, that's like I said, that's literally just for level 1. Every land level you go up, it goes up 100. I believe. So I think so level 1 is 300, 2 is 400, 3 is 500, 4 is 600, and going from changing a level 5 is, what, 700? Like, it's expensive. This way you don't need to do that. You can literally, like, Earth Shift a level 5 for 100 magic. You can Earth Shift a level 4, or a 3, or 2 if you wanted to. I've done that, actually. And why would you do that on the going, or even a level 1, which I've done. Why would you do that? It's simple. Creatures like Brontitas need 2 Earth lands. Like, you need to own 2 in order to play that. You need to own 1 for Branch Army. You need to own 1 for Captain Cock. You need to own 1 for Gooba Queen. You need to own 1 for Great Tusker. Basically, these are the only 4 creatures that you can play that don't have a cost. Which is why I said this thing is rough. Because all these other creatures, you need some Earth territory. So if I had a land urchin down on anything that wasn't Earth, I can change that into Earth, so that way I know, okay, I have at least 1, so I could play Captain Cock, I can play Gooba Queen, I could play Great Tusker, and then when I get a second one, okay, now I can play literally everything else. Okay. So the next spell we have is Exchange. Exchange target creature with another creature from its owner's hand. You can force the opponent to exchange one of their creatures. So if they had an Old Willow in play, and they didn't have one in their hand, you can literally force them to remove their Old Willow and place it with something else. But what you can also do is, let's say you started doing the Gooba Queens, and actually forget that. Let's say you had a Mudman in play, and there's only, like, he's the only Earth creature in play. Well, his HP is not really going to be that great. It's only going to be 45, and he can't use armor. So what do? You can exchange him. What do you exchange him for? You can exchange him for anything. Exchange will let you swap it with any creature in your hand. Does not matter if it has a requirement. Meaning Sylvan Duchess, who needs 2 Earth territories. You don't need 2 Earth territories. You don't need 2 Earth territories or discard a card for Brontitas for when you do exchange. So that's another great thing you can do. You can literally put down Mudman on the first turn, and on the second turn, you can use exchange to already put down a Sylvan Duchess. You can already put down a Hard Rock Dragon or a Brontitas with exchange. Exchange is super helpful. Next card we have is Flatland. This is a hidden card, and hidden cards mean that when you click on the bottom screen, what you would see on the top right, when you're playing someone, you can click on their name. You can see what cards they have. Hidden cards, you cannot. Hidden cards are literally hidden. The only way to see them is, I think, a card called Clairvoyance. It's the only way you can see hidden cards. This hidden card is, if user has more than 5 level 2 territories, raise each land's level by 1, and if not, recycles to book. So what this means is, if you had, Land Urchin on level 2, and Lycanoid on level 2, and Mudman and Sproutling, and everything was on level 2, for 100 magic, you can increase them all to level 3. Next card we have is Gift. User gains 50 magic and draws a card equal to their rank. Meaning, if you're in first place, you gain 50 magic and draw 1 card. If you're in second place, you gain 100 magic and draw 2 cards. All the way up to, obviously, if you're in fourth place, you gain 200 magic and you draw 4 cards. Gift is really amazing in this game. Yes, it does cost 100 magic, but if you're in second place, you get that 100 magic back and you draw 2 cards. It's literally a free Wind of Hope. Next card we have is Hyperactive. Hyperactive adds Vigorous to target creature for 5 rounds. And remember, Vigorous means it doesn't stand down, so that means for 5 rounds, I can use Gooba Queen's Secret Art every time. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if the creature is already fatigued, it will not unfatigue it. Or stand it up. So I think you have to use that on a creature that's already standing in order to keep it standing. Otherwise, if you were to give it Vigorous, you would have to wait until it would stand up again. But that means that, or you can give it to Lycanoid, and that means that every turn I can go plus 10 MHP to creatures. Next card we have is Long Line. If user owns 4 or more territories in a row, user gains 500 magic. If not, user draws 2 cards. So if you own 4 territories in a row, you can gain 500 magic from that card. Now, this will work if the maps that you're on are longer maps, obviously. Unfortunately, these are randomly selected maps, so I have no control over what gets picked. Next card we have is Magical Leap. Transport user to any nearby territory of user's choice within 1 to 4 spaces. User cannot roll a die this turn. Not rolling a die is essentially like rolling 0, or in Culdcept Saga and Culdcept Games of Past, that's Holy Word 0, which is not in Revolt. So basically what that means is if you force yourself to land on a gate, that's where you are. And it can be kind of confusing because, thankfully this does it to user, but this could have been used in Saga to hurt people, right? Because user cannot roll a die this turn. It doesn't affect somebody else's roll. Magical Leap in Revolt, you can use it for basically one of 2 scenarios. One of 3. If you're about to win the game and there's a level 3, 4, 5, or whatever, and you know that if you were to happen to just land on that and not land on the gate, you wouldn't have enough magic to win. You can force yourself to land on that gate. If you went past the last gate to make a lap, let's say you went 3 spaces away, you can Magical Leap yourself onto that gate the next turn. That's basically the proper way to do that. Why would you do that? Because you have to understand, when you're going down a map, you have to make a whole lap. Well, you can give yourself an advantage by already landing onto a gate, especially if it's a longer map and it takes a little more to get to a gate. If the gate's within 4 squares in any direction, you can force yourself to land on it and give you, that extra magic, and you get to obviously use territory abilities. Next card we have is the card I was talking about that is a really messed up combo with Sylvan Duchess. Now this is really effective against the AI, not so much people, because they would know how to get around this. This is Metal Form. It adds Metallization enchantment to target creature. Creature with Metallization neutralizes normal attacks and can't use armor. So why would you put that on Sylvan Duchess? You would put that on Sylvan Duchess because Sylvan Duchess states at the beginning of battle, she destroys opponent's tool, scroll, or supporting creature. The only way to attack a creature that has neutralizing normal attacks or reflecting normal attacks is you can use a scroll. But you can't use a scroll against her, because that'll get destroyed. The only real way to deal with her with metallization is you would have to remove the enchantment, or have a creature or item that ignores neutralization. There are items, there are creatures that do that. Now, she can't use armor, but that's fine. And the reason why that's fine is she has support. So she can use a creature as though it was an item. Which means using that, she could put Hard Rock Dragon on her and give her an additional 50 HP. So that means that right there, without land bonus, there's 100 HP in battle. She can put, Brontitus, there's 60 HP, there's another 50 HP. You can use Land Urchin, there's another 50 HP. Her not having the ability to use armor does not really hurt her all that much, because you can use creatures. And like I said, against the AI, if the AI can't remove the enchantment, that means they can't attack her with normal spells or normal attacks. And the only way they can attack her is with tools, but she'll destroy the tool right away. Obviously, against people, you can get around that. Against AI, they will remove enchantments, but if they can't remove the enchantment, she's basically really hard to hit. And the last item we have is Tiny Army, the one that helped me win with the Mykoron book. It's another hidden card, and if user has 5 or more creatures with MHP of 30 and under, those creatures receive MHP plus 10, and user gains 500 mana. Now, Tiny Army in a book like this, or like a Powder Eater book, it would be great if you can use Rune Adept and constantly use that spell every turn. But Goobas are like 10 or 20 HP, MHP at the most, maybe 30. Let's say 30 at the most. And you can crank them out every turn. You can crank them out every turn for 5 turns, or every other turn if you have Captain Cock in play. So that means that, within reason, if you had, Tiny Army in your hand, every, 5 to 10 turns, especially 5 turns, pretty easy, you can play Tiny Army. And it's 30 HP, so, Sproutling will go up 10, Lycanoid will go up 10, Branch Army will go up 10, Captain Cock will go up 10, and if you have 5 or more, it's going to do that, and you gain 500 magic. Okay, so that's Earth version 1, also known as Sylvan Duchess. So let us actually use this book in a random map. I have no clue how this is going to go. Again, I can get hurt with Long Line because I don't know if you can have 4. Okay. Could, start working in that middle section. Would have to take her stuff out, though. So Alicia has no armor. I don't think she has armor. No, she has a weapon. And I have a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, cool. Where is this sending me? Alright, I'll go all the way over here. I have no problem getting warped over here. Yeah, you definitely ain't coming after me with that drain magic. I don't have the most. And again, that's something to watch out for. The AI will always use Drain Magic on whoever has the most magic. So right now, Samina has more magic than me. So if Elise were to use Drain Magic, she would hit her. Now, I have more. Alright. I'm gonna put Land Urchin in play. Hopefully all goes well. Oh, rolled a 12.
You've earned a reward. Good luck on your next journey. My lands forever stronger.
Oh, 12 for her as well. Wow. Just lost a whole bunch of magic though. Alright. I mean, the only reason why I'm doing this is because I don't really care about having the Hard Rock Dragons right now. Because I need 2 Earth creatures in play just to use them. I'd rather go here, so that way I can at least play something. So I'm not discarding too much, and then 2 big and beefies go away. Because in order to play any one of those dragons, you need 2 Earth territories. I don't have any right now. So, you know, you have to think about what are you going to get rid of. It might have been a dumb move to get rid of both. But I'd rather have the Lycanoids in play, and I'd rather have Branch Army in my hand. Because as more Earth creatures hit the board, Branch Army gets stronger. So like now, I can go Terrain Change Earth. Okay, what am I going to get rid of? I'll get rid of a Necroscarab. I kind of want the armor to protect any creatures I have. She just made me land on her big old dude. Not cool, man, not cool. Now she doesn't have armor, but I don't have a weapon. So, but if I draw my Sword of Pluck, I could actually kill it. So let's hope I draw a weapon. No, so I can't kill this. Because that's 70 HP, and the most I can do is like 40, I think. Alright. Here in this case, I'm actually going to get rid of Lycanoid. I already have one in play, and I can play Captain Coxswain to make sure that my creatures won't be fatigued.
The final gate awaits you. Behold the true power of my land.
hold on. What is going on here? Okay. I see today that the mic is extra bothersome. Yeah, within reason. Basically, if you have any questions on this game, I could probably answer it. Well, not just this game, but also the series in general. I've been playing the entire series for well over a decade. Just seeing what's up with my mic. But yeah, Undead Snowman, if you have any questions on the game, just feel free to ask. Alright, let's see what we do. No. If you think I'm actually going to land on the freaking thing to pay more magic, no! I'd rather put Captain Cock down. Oh no!
Stones. Fate mocks you. It's your turn.
Alright. What have I been playing? Alright, so I'm going to use Lycanoid's Secret Art to pump up good old Land Urchin. I'm going to put Sproutling down. And the reason I'm going to put Sproutling down is I can use Captain Cock to make my creature not have fatigue with Sproutling, and I can move it into that choke point. Sproutling evolves into Old Willow, and I can use that to start trapping an area. But I need him in one of the important points. Fortunately, I am really, like, in third place.
It's your turn.
So, Secret Art, you, you.
The final gate awaits you.
Move you here. Oh yeah. Get rid of... I'll get rid of the Necroscarab. Okay, the thing about Culdcept is you have to know that you don't need to invade. You don't need people to invade you in order to win. Every time you level up your land, you're gaining total magic. That's why a lot of people will... Some people will piece their level 5 creatures so you can't invade it. I wish I had that weapon before. As long as you have territory chains up, as long as you have high enough lands, you don't really need to hit or land on really anything. Hold off on that. What am I gonna get rid of? I'll get rid of the Vigorous right now. Yeah, it's not so much that you have to beat your opponent, it's you have to just be able to get a lot of territories. Like right now, this book is a rough early draft. I literally made this book yesterday. This is an Earth-only book. Well, okay, I'm gonna evolve an Earth creature into Old Willow, but it's an Earth-only book. Ooh, paralyzing. Ooh. Nice. It's an Earth-only book. It's rough. This book would probably do better if the total magic was 10,000 instead of 7. I'm so badly behind. But I got screwed because I landed on this and couldn't take it over. Now I actually have stuff that I can take it over. What are you? So your HP would be 80 and you can't use armor because you got paralyzed. How much magic do I have? What do I have? So I can definitely kill you with that, but that's an expensive combo. That's not too bad. It's 120. But I can see that's about the same. So no matter what, it's about the same. Which would drop you down, which makes this worth it. This book will hardly ever really attack. Literally, Great Tusker and Branch Army, the only 2 attackers in this book. Everything else is mostly for defending. Now, right there, even though I did take it over, my total magic went up because I did steal a high value land. If nobody ever hits it, even if I upgrade that land to level 5, if nobody hits it, my total magic is still going to gain. No matter what... Oh, this is actually good because she's going to fly right past it, hopefully. No matter what, I'm looking pretty good. Now she could... Or, Alicia could move her cockatrice onto it right now, which would be bad, but... Still waiting on a bunch of other things that I have not seen. Like this time she actually does have, you know, weapon or armor. So I can't take over that.
Good luck on your next journey.
Terrain changed this to fire. Get Sproutling ready to go into Old Willow. Yeah, well, the AI does know how to defeat it. But yeah, for the most part, Old Willow Kelpie books, hard for the AI to really beat. If the book is done well, it's hard for even regular people to beat it. If you have things planned out in advance. This book, like I said, is Earth, and I will evolve that into Old Willow. So I will at least have that ability. I'm still missing quite a bit of other things. Like, I have Gooba Queens in here to populate the board with Goobas. Oh, look, there's one.
Fate smiles upon you.
So what I could do is could exchange this with Gooba, which I might. I'm actually going to exchange this,
Creature in the right place.
get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of Tiny Army right now. I only need one.
Obtain element stones.
See, I'm probably gonna lose, and I'm fine with that because, like I said, this is the first draft. Oh look, you're probably going to attack it.
Good luck on your next journey.
Oh,
My lands grow
and the great thing is next turn gonna use Cockatrice to give Gooba Queen, or to have Gooba Queen not be fatigued, so that way next turn after that I can pop out a little Earth token, a little Gooba token on Earthland finally.
on your next.
I need my stuff. So right now I am about half of what they are.
It's your
I'm so far in third. I could give her no, I'm gonna use your ability. A good old little Gooba. Just so she's not standing down. Just so when I do have the time, the hyperactive will be ready. Hopefully this... Oh, she's going that way. If my roll is low, I'm not going to the left. Squeeze and Shatter are nice. Another thing you can do is give, you know, Old Willow metallization. But then you can't use armor when you do that, and then you can't use tools. Right. Give her hyperactive. Right, so what are we looking at? One. There are 7 Earth creatures in play, which would give Branch Army 35 strength. Yeah, Poison Mine's not bad. Not a bad card. Ah. Oh. Oh. Can't level that up. Man, I can't do anything. Right, so I have to land on a gate. That area's looking bad. Yeah, the chances of me actually winning this are pretty low.
discard your cards. The final gate awaits you. Release the power mystic.
Blaze splash.
Thankfully, that won't hit me. now,
It's your turn.
this is a cheap secret art. More Earth. Yeah, I can't play anything. That'd be pretty bad, because I actually need my armor. So now that I finally have Gooba out, it's kind of too late. Because I would like to have been able to populate all or most of the Earth lands. Also, it's kind of funny because, like, they've each been landing on each other's lands. I haven't really landed on anything of mine.
It's your turn. The final gate awaits you. Discard.
Kind of fine with me. Now the thing is once I have 5 or more creatures in play that have 30 MHP or under, I can use the tiny army and gain 500 magic from that.
Fate mocks you. My lands grow ever stronger.
But right now, Samana looks like, she's doing pretty good.
You've earned
And she has 2 storm shields, so trying to attack her stuff is gonna be pretty hard for me. It's water or air, I probably am not gonna do damage to it. Okay. Time to gain 500 magic.
release the power mystic.
Ooh. See, this right here is a hard choice. Because Quintessence, I can knock down their land to a multi-land, which would drop down their total magic. I could also use Revival to put all the cards that I have discarded back into my book. So I can get the tiny armies again. This is a tough choice. I'm gonna have to use a little Quintessence. Alright. Hey! Look at that.
Good luck on your next journey.
We will be having Old Willow pretty soon, by the way. I will be using the Captain Cock's ability to remove fatigue from Sproutling, and then level up Sproutling. So I am pretty close. If I can roll a 3, I'll be happy. I'd rather go here, that way I know I won't hit anything big just yet. Go this way. I want to give myself enough time to increase this to level 4. Get rid of that. In 2 turns, I will have Old Willow on a level 4 fire. Hopefully it's enough. I really don't know. Well, actually, if I roll enough to land on the gate down there, then it will be enough. But I don't know. Like, Alicia's probably not going to get hit. She would have to roll a 1 or a 2, or 1 to 3, I guess, for a couple turns, in order to almost guarantee that. Samina is just gonna probably have the magical by then. Now here's an option. I could swap Brontitas out right now. Now I could use exchange, and if I use exchange I don't have to discard a card, but the issue is if I use exchange next turn I can't convert it into Old Willow. So I think I'm going to exchange that for him. Get rid of a branch. I'll get rid of an exchange. And then, because Sproutling got up, she went a different way than I completely thought she would. So if Samina comes down towards Sproutling, which she probably will. Oh, never mind, Sproutling's dead. Oh no, wait, Sproutling survived. Right. Sproutling survived. I forgot, because I gave Sproutling an extra plus 10 HP. Ooh, but she did quite a bit of damage to everything else, so... Hello, Old Willow. Fancy meeting you here. Don't do anything. Oof. Um.
Release the power mystic.
Oh no. Oh good. Wait, why would you... Why would you turn your own creature into a wall of stone? So, Samana needs to land on the north gate, but she would win from the south gate. She doesn't have that much magic, so even gaining that magic,
Obscene element stones.
she went the Old Willow route? What do you have?
It's your turn.
Samana, you have no weapons. Okay. Now, obviously, I can't upgrade that at all. Like at all. I'll get rid of Branch Army.
Your cards.
Oh, you're... So now they're coming after me with Drain Magic because I have the most.
Release the power mystic.
Disease.
Okay, disease didn't go on my creature. I'm still perplexed as to why Samana came down the Old Willow route. What? Oh, Samana got rid of her armor. You can take it over. Do you have armor for when I'm coming for you? Yes, you do. Okay. So Alicia is now in the lead. Yeah, I just don't know why.
You don't have enough magic power. It's your
I like how even that happening didn't do much for me. This thing is 70 HP, not including any other bonus. What's your strength? 40 strength. Can't attack first. You have plate mail. Wait, no. Secret art. Uva. Put it on this Fireland. Well, I didn't land on it. Which is kind of what I was hoping I would do.
good luck on your next journey.
Holy shit.
Fate mocks you.
Gorgeous. You belong to Samana. Samana, you have... Well, wouldn't matter anyway, because I don't think you can stop anything. Yeah, I personally think that using the Turn to Stone is just really stupid for... Wait, there was another Borges in play?
The battle was drawn.
I didn't realize. I wouldn't have done that. Or at least I would have used an item. Interesting. Okay. Now she's going down the Old Willow route. Do you people have like a death wish? Oh, ran out. Yeah, gems come in, I can't remember if it's City of Salvation or Sleeping Gods. So, either Quest 5 or Quest 6. It's kind of like in Culdcept Saga they had symbols. It's essentially the same thing. Gems, oh there's the other Borges. Gems are essentially the new symbols. I don't know too much about symbols, and I don't know too much about gems, but what I can tell you is this. Gems, like symbols, the more you buy, the more the land value goes up. Not really like how much toll you're paying, but how much total magic you have. You can buy symbols with magic, and if you were to go bankrupt, you can sell the symbols back for magic. There are cards that let you convert magic into symbols, I think, or give you symbols. Or, I mean, gems, sorry. I just want to know if I can take out that freaking thing. I want it. I don't have to worry.
The final gate awaits you.
Because Old Willow is now level 5. But think of gems as stock market. You can put value into them, you can take value away from them. Goodbye, Captain Cock. Literally coming that direction was the dumbest thing ever. If you played Culdcept Saga, you can check out CuldceptCentral.com. You can check out actually, I think there's at least 2 symbol-only books where you don't have property. You literally just buy symbols. And it's possible. It's literally a spell-only book, and you just basically go around and buy symbols. Oh, we actually have enough magic to win. Nice! I can magical leap myself around the gate and win. Probably exactly like Fortune Street. Essentially, Culdcept is what people would say Magic the Gathering meets Monopoly. It's more Fortune Street meets Monopoly. Or Fortune Street meets Magic the Gathering. More people know Monopoly, which is why that's used as the de facto example. But it probably, I've never played Fortune Street, but it probably works exactly like the stocks on Fortune Street. You can buy gems, you can sell gems, and the more people, that's what it is, the more people own territory of the element gem you buy, the more the gems are worth. So you can make like a spell-only book and literally just go around and buy gems if you're on a gem map. Because in Culdcept Central there are 2 of them that Wu has used, and literally he'll just go around, collect symbols, as people would put down creatures on maps, like on all the fields, elements. He was fine, because the more they put down, the more magic he would gain. And somehow I won, just... oof. Sorry, Alicia. Oh, that's a little fast. Configure. Limit them frames. let's do this book again. Again, this book is by no means perfect. This book is pretty bad. Oh. This is the first one you played. But yeah, basically, gems are kind of the stock market of Culdcept. Not all maps have it. I don't know exactly how many have it. If it goes the same way that previous ones did, like Saga, it should be that the more people own, like if the more people own Earth, the more valuable the Earth gems will be, and the more magic you'll have just having them, because they go up in price. Same for fire, if there's a lot of fire territories that have been owned. And this book didn't really get going, so let's try another map. Let's try another match. Let's do it, boys. Alright. Oh, I'm going first this time. Hopefully it's not a crappy map. Hey, you know what's funny is I've actually played on this map. This map is not too bad. I can automatically have a creature on Earth if I land on it. Probably better if I just go this way. Oh, that's right, I need to have Earth already. Whoopsie daisy! I need a creature. She's already using drain magic on me. That's so rude. But yeah, this book is by no means good. This is, especially if I don't get an Earth creature soon, I'm pretty screwed. Because I can't play Great Tuskara unless I own Earthland. A lot of creatures that are in here, you need Earthland. So, I already see one huge weakness, and I need to fix that in future iterations of this book. More non-restrictive creatures, less restrictive creatures. Like you need an Earthland, you little gooba punk ass.
Discard your cards. The final gate awaits you.
And hopefully I can start, you know, rolling good numbers, not shitty numbers.
Advance to the next gate.
Because like Alicia is about to hit her second gate, God, this is bad.
The final gate awaits you.
I just hit my first. There's actually quite a bit of creatures in here, so it's kind of funny I'm only seeing 2.
Good luck on your next journey.
Gelatinous wall.
Your defense defeated the enemy. The final gate awaits you. It's your turn.
Oh god. Okay, I get a game. I'm forfeiting. I understand. You don't like me. I will edit this book right now.
On your next journey.
Not worth it.
Discard your cards. This
Holy shit. I'm not going to continue playing that. I don't care about the GP. I need to fix this book. Okay. Holy shit balls. That's pretty bad. I didn't really even notice that Grey Tusker needed Earth until right about when I started. But like, where was this? 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 Well, I don't care about you, but where were any of these? Alright. Let's take the land urchins. Say goodbye to the Hard Rock Dragon. About 4 of those. I don't really use flatland that much, and long line is very situational. You have to be on a map that has long straight lines. Okay, so now we have another 4 creatures that have no requirements. We lost 2, we got rid of the Hard Rock Dragons. Alright. We slap 2 foresights in here. I think I'm going to get rid of Hyperactive only because I do have Cockatrice in here, which can take care of issues. Alright, let's start this again. Yep, going in last again. But yeah, it's probably exactly like the stocks in Fortune Street. But again, not a lot of maps use it, so you don't have to worry too much about them. Unless you are actively, you know, picking the maps. Wonderwall. Like Wonder Woman.
Advance to the next gate.
Wonderwall is pretty nasty.
Your turn.
See how I land on this next roll. So I would like to put Wonderwall, or not Wonderwall, I would like to put my creature on Earth.
Advance to the next.
If either Samina or Elise doesn't steal it. Especially Elise with her Wonderwall, because I won't be able to take that out. Wonderwall neutralizes fire, earth, air, and water attacks. So that thing would be a pain to try to take out.
It's your turn.
So if I can roll a 4 or a 5, that's 8.
Advance to the next gate.
I'm putting the damn thing to sleep. Oh, she didn't use an item. Well, that's kind of weird.
Defense defeated the enemy.
No, I just picked those 2. It doesn't really matter. I mean, personally, this book would probably do better on a one-on-one. Like the Mykoron book I used was way better if it's if there's a free-for-all of 3 or 4 people. This book would probably do better one-on-one. But no, it doesn't matter who. I just forgot to change them. Oh, nice. Put him right next to me. Lucky. Alright.
The final gate awaits you.
Put down Little Branch Army. That's literally the only way to take out Wonderwall, is to use another neutral creature. Luckily for Alicia, she had... Ooh. Nice. She had Wonder Charm. Kinda funny. Wonderwall used Wonder Charm.
It's your turn. You've earned a reward.
What's nice about this
Good luck on your next journey.
is I can switch this to Earth. So now, Sylvan Duchess can come into play. So, I am one step closer to protecting pretty decent land. All I need is, Metal Form for Sylvan Duchess. I'll be good to go. There you go. Alright. You're probably coming for him. Probably gonna attack him. Well, Lycanoid is dead. I can't use any item because of Gremlin. Gremlin's ability is to destroy all items, so no matter what I used, that would have been gone. So now I can't do Sylvan Duchess.
Advance to the next gate. My lands grow ever stronger. Discard your cards. The final gate awaits you.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
It's your turn.
Does she have any armor? She does not have armor. So I would destroy that if I can land on it with something. And I didn't land on it. Damn it! Does Samana have any? Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because I can only do 30. I'm gonna get rid of the magma shield, only because I know there's one or two more coming. Hopefully, I can land on her gremlin before she gets an item and take it out.
The final gate awaits you. The final gate awaits you.
Well, technically, Samina could take it out if she moved her creature. I think she has a creature down there, doesn't she?
On your next journey.
No. That's Alicia's other creature. Come on, again. Move a little fast. There we go. Watch, I'm gonna roll like a 1. Because it just does not want me to get to the freaking gate. Hey, I got past it.
You've earned a reward. Good luck on your next journey. Advance to the next gate.
Oh, territory. You. No, not exchange creature. Terrain change to Earth. Thank you. I will get rid of
Your cards.
I got rid of angry mask. Nice. Get rid of that thing. That thing was way worse in the PS2 days. 'Cause I think its HP was 40. And now it's 30. Something like that. It was way more of a pain. Alright. Alright. Secret art. Flop 1 there.
Release the power mystic.
Of course, that would have to be water. Only banish or spirit walk. Give the little goob a spirit walk so I can get her out of there.
My lands grow ever stronger. Discard your cards. Advance to the next gate. My land
Ooh, I hope I roll a 3.
stronger.
Or better yet, if I can get my magical leaps. What are you anyway? You're 90 HP. And you probably have some type of armor. See, okay. You would take no damage.
The final gate awaits you.
We'll put down a Sylvan Duchess.
The final gate awaits you. You've earned a reward.
So Elysia might not
Good luck on your next
have her
journey.
one gremlin soon if I can land on it. And if she doesn't draw armor. I mean, again, this is one of those things where, like, if I lose, it's not a problem because this is literally a rough, in-the-making book. I have no clue what the final outcome of this is going to be.
You've earned a reward. Good luck on your next journey.
You do not have armor that can stop that. You only have... Well, you have Force Anklet. So you can do something. No. Game, stop. Oh, no, never mind. Exchange creature. Frontline. Never mind. Okay, I paid 15. Whoop-de-doo. I'll get rid of the Necroscarab. Sproutling is not in the place I would exactly like it to be. I would like it to be where her Borges is right now. Fortunately, I can't do that.
The final gate awaits you.
Because technically you can actually get it to where you would almost never hit it. Basically just go around the board and just be like, no, I don't want to go for it. Okay, so Elysia is definitely going after Samina, not me, thankfully.
The final gate awaits you. My lands grow ever stronger. It's your turn.
Exchange.
I'm going to exchange you. Sylvan Duchess. Oh, good call. Good call. But Elysia still does not have... Correct.
The offense defeated the enemy.
That drops her effective mana gain right there down pretty well. I need one more 30 MHP creature, and I can Tiny Army for plus 10 HP and then 500 magic.
My lands grow ever stronger. It's your turn.
So no matter what I'm paying, I'd rather progress. I pay quite a bit. And that's the problem I'm gonna have to deal with, is that's not too pretty. Because soon I can upgrade to Old Willow, but it's gonna take some time. I have to wait until I can land literally on a gate or make a complete lap just to use the secret art to evolve it or transform it, and then I have to wait another lap or wait until I get to the gate to give it the plus 10 or to level up the land. I mean, I can give it so I can start giving Old Willow plus 10 HP per land level. So it's gonna take a little while. If I get a magical leap, I'm gonna increase the land, and then hopefully not long after that I can change it into Old Willow. Then I'm gonna start hiding because I definitely don't want to hit that thing. What I need is something they don't have. Oof. Can put this down. Means right now I do have the 5 creatures needed for the 10 HP. So I can tiny army soon. So hopefully, I can get Old Willow within 2 turns, but I don't know how well that's gonna work. I definitely don't want to come down here by the earth section because that's a little dangerous. I mean, look at all that. That's pretty ugly. Like, this dude has 90 HP. And at least you can give it first strike. I mean, I don't know why, but...
On your next journey.
I mean, even though I said I don't want to come down this way, I'm coming down this way.
My lands grow ever stronger. Discard.
Alright. Get rid of... I'll get rid of Land Urchin, because I can use Gooba Queen to make Goobas. Because I'm going to be getting another tiny army soon.
Advance to the next gate. The final gate awaits you.
So hopefully if I don't roll it enough, or if I roll enough to skip it, her big old creature down there, I could be fine.
The final gate awaits you. You've earned a reward.
I mean, hopefully she doesn't go to upgrade it.
On your next
Okay, good. Because I'll have enough magic if I land on it to be fine.
ever stronger. Discard your
She can give it first strike, but that's literally it. Give me magic. I need it.
advance to the next gate.
Oh god, I can hit either the cockatrice at that price or that one. Wow, what a deal. The thing is, though, is if she doesn't upgrade that land, having more Earth creatures in play means Branch Army gets stronger. So I might be able to take a creature out if I land on it, if she doesn't get an armor. But if she does give her creature first strike, she can actually kill my Branch Army. So it's kind of one of those, like, double-edged sword things. Yeah, it gives it plus 30 strength. Oh, good, I didn't hit it. What do I hit over here? Holy crap, I think nope, 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 we're going this way. I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. Oof, this is tricky. I could force that Branch Army onto it. Then I could Magma Shoot. See, that thing is matter. Huzzah! Let's go for it. Hallelujah. Even though I got rid of the armor, got rid of the weapon, and it's worth an armor. But now I know she can't give her creature first to strike when I try to go for that one. The hell are you? Oh, you're probably going after the tiny army? Oh, you went after the earth. Well, thank you for the other 100 and something magic. It was mighty nice of you.
Good luck on your next journey.
I would like more armor though, because it left me pretty open.
Advance to the next gate. Release the power mystic.
Turn to the wall.
There you go. Alicia actually changed somebody else's to a wall.
It's your turn.
That's so bad though. It's stronger now because she turned that into a wall. God. Good job. Now I think it has 110 HP. Good job. We're going here.
The final gate awaits you.
We are now gonna go. What does Alicia have as far as weapons or armor? Crap, she does have Wonder Charm now. But we need to get rid of your Wonder Charm, so huzzah! You... I mean, technically, yeah, my creature is now dead. Oh, that thing regenerates too? Damn! I mean, I still have, Branch Army in my hand, so that's not a problem. Damn! Plus, I need the armor for my Sproutling when it becomes Old Willow. I didn't know that thing regenerated. Whoops-a-daisy. Ugh. That's the one thing I hate when they have creatures around what you want to have as like around Old Willow or Kelpie, or in this case, what's about to be Old Willow. Because a lot of times they're just going to use the move command. Aha, no, bite me. I'll increase that. I have to get the Brontitas. Actually, I probably should have just swapped him out. So there was a couple bad plays by me. Doesn't surprise me. I mean, I am a scrub after all. Summoner can win this if he hits something. But then I just give it metallization. Does Summoner have armor? Does have Force Anklet. So its HP is probably going to be too damn high for me to take on. Because it's going to be 50, not including the weapon. Not worth it.
Holy Word 3.
Giving me Holy Word 3 actually helps me out. So thank you. I could increase Old Willow's land. So hopefully she does not roll enough to get onto Old Willow. Yeah, she's going to try to evade Old Willow as much as possible, which is not necessarily a bad idea. Yeah, let's draw 3 cards. Gain 150 magic. Okay, another metallization. That's nice. Land Urchin. Exchange. We'll make that level 5. Okay, what am I going to get rid of? I'm going to get rid of Land Urchin. I'm going to get rid of Tiny Army and Lycanoid. She's pretty screwed because she has to land on it. She was in first. You're not really going to try to attack unless you have scrolls, so...
The defense was too strong. You don't have enough magic power.
But the one good thing for me, though, is Alicia did get rid of her armor.
Advance to the next gate.
So, I do have Branch Army.
My lands.
So it is maybe possible to take it on.
It's your turn.
Okay, so there are 8 creatures in play. I'm going to gain 40 HP, or 40 strength. This says 90. No way I can take that on.
Release the power mystic.
Well, I wouldn't want to do Elemental Wrath because that's actually going to hurt me. So, I'll get a free gift out of this. I will increase that to level 5. We'll get rid of Mudman. And Branch Army. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Advance to the next gate. The final gate awaits you. Discard your cards. The final gate awaits you. Release the power mystic.
Growth body.
Discard your cards. It's your turn.
Exchange.
Change you with you.
The right creature in the right place. You've earned a reward. You are
There we go.
the winner of this war.
This book has some promise. It's not the greatest. Again, this was just made yesterday, the day before. I haven't really even had time to practice it. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is, what was this? Red Mark cover book. Yeah, I just forgot to take them out. But yeah, again, this is, an updated version now. So this is probably Earth version 1.1, but it's basically an all-Earth book. It utilizes 2 things. If your opponents don't have scrolls, then you can use Metal Form on Old Willow, on the transformed Old Willow. If your opponents do have scrolls, then you're looking at Metal Forming the Sylvan Duchess. Okay, but basically it's trying to populate the board with as many Earth creatures as you can. And the reason for that is Branch Army will gain strength plus 5 times the number of Earth creatures in play. Brontitas will give Earth and Fire creatures plus 10 HP battle. So Old Willow will gain plus 10 HP in battle, as will every other Earth and Fire creature. You have Captain Cock to remove fatigue from any one of your creatures, which is great for Gooba Queen. 20 magic, you can summon a Gooba to a vacant land of your choosing, which is nice, because you can literally say, okay, I want this Gooba on, you know, this Earth land to build up the Earth Chain, or even Fire if you have Old Willow. One of the only 2 attacking creatures, really, you have Great Tusker and Branch Army. I mean, you can attack with Sylvan Duchess, but Great Tusker, Branch Army. Branch Army, you know, gains strength on Earth creatures, and Great Tusker can use the nice Sword of Pluck. You You have land urchins, which are 20 strength, 50 HP creatures, and they cannot be invaded by the territory ability move creature. So if you have creatures next to it, they can't just land on it and deal with it and attack it. You have Lycanoid to increase target creature's maximum hit points plus 10. So that means that Old Willow, which has 40 HP, will now have 50 HP. You can give any creature up to 100 MHP. Just take some time. You have Mudman, who in battle is HP plus the number of Earth creatures in play times 5. Kind of like Branch Army. How Branch Army does strength, this guy does HP. You have Sproutling, who receives land effects from Firelands, and his secret art is he can evolve into Old Willow. So that's why you would put that on like a level 3 or 4 Fireland, and then when you can, swap it into Old Willow. Final creature you have is Sylvan Duchess. It's a support creature that can only use Earth creatures. It can regenerate in battle, and at battle start you destroy opponent's tool, scroll, or supporting creature. So if you had this thing on a level 5 land and somebody landed on it, and you had Metal Form, which you should give this thing Metal Form, or technically Metallization from the card Metal Form. So then the only way they can attack you is scrolls, or they would need a creature or an item that can ignore neutralization or reflecting. And you have Angry Mask, which I don't know. May or may not go in or stay in. But HP plus 30 at the end of battle. Whatever damage the opponent did to your creature, if your creature survived, the opponent loses that much HP. So, like if I were to have used Branch Army and Angry Mask, Branch Army had 30 HP. And they used their wall to give it 40 total damage. Now, if I were to have given him Angry Mask, he would have taken 40 HP in damage. I would have done 75, so he was at 15 HP. And then Angry Mask would have removed 40 HP, killing him instantly. So it does come in handy. It might be more, offensive than Moon Scimitar, but you have Magma Shield, so if it's equipped to a fire or earth creature, you neutralize fire, you neutralize normal attacks, also known as non-scroll attacks. Moon Scimitar, strength plus 30, and it gives an opponent's creature sleep. Sleep makes it so the toll fee will be 0. So even if it was a level 5, if you were to land on it and hit the opponent with this, the opponent goes to sleep and the opponent does not gain the toll, even if you couldn't take it over. And you have Necroscarab. Upon defeat, you transform a equipped creature into a skeleton. Meaning, if I had, let's say I had a Gooba from the Gooba Queen, which has 10 HP. I think it can use scrolls or tools. Let me check real quick. Yep, 0 strength, 10 HP. And I could put a Gooba on a level 5 land. Give that Gooba like quicksand to force you to land on it. But it doesn't matter, if the opponent landed on that, I can use Necroscarab. Not only did you kill my creature, but my creature now becomes a skeleton, and I get to keep my land. The last weapon you have is Sword of Pluck, plus 40 strength, and if it's equipped via or on a neutral or a normal creature, like Great Tusker, it's going to do critical damage. and critical damage means it does 1.5 times. It's kind of like if you work and you get overtime, it's 1.5 times your pay. Critical hit is literally 1.5 times the damage. So if you were to do 100 damage, 60 from Tusker plus 40 from the sword, it would do 100 plus half of 100, which is 50, so it would do 150 damage. Then, we're on to spells. You have Earth Shift, which is pretty self-explanatory again. You literally transform any territory you own into Earth. You want to not only build up the Earth chains, but you also want to have Earth territories to be able to put something down like Sylvan Duchess, because Sylvan Duchess, Brontitas, those need 2 forests or Earthlands. Forest, what is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? That might be later. No. The next one, well, maybe. I still do need to do a speed run. Any percent on Duels of the Roses. Anyway, you have Exchange. By the way, probably underrated card if people don't use it. You can literally swap any 2 creatures. You can also force your opponent to... Sorry. You can literally force an opponent to exchange a creature they have. But I could literally go, okay, I put down, Land Urchin on a forest. Again, I put Land Urchin down on an Earthland, and I go, okay, that's nice and all, but I want Sylvan Duchess. Or I want Brontitas. And I can literally use Exchange and put Brontitas down. When you do that, the only thing you are paying is the, I don't remember. I don't remember if you're paying the mana for the card, or like the creature card as well, or just Exchange. But I know you don't have to have any of the restrictions. You don't have to discard a card, and you don't have to have 2 forests. I could literally put Land Urchin down on a Fireland, and put Brontitas down, or put Sylvan Duchess down. You can literally get anything out on turn 2 with that card. Next card you have is Foresight, to let you look at the top 6 cards of your book and take one of them. If you don't have to, I would never really take the first card. But that's why I said if you don't have to. If the next card would help you win, like okay, if this card I had it down right away, then yeah, take the first card. But usually I take from like the 3rd back, so like 3, 4, 5, or 6. Because those take a little longer to get to. You have Gift. You draw a card and gain 50 magic based on your current rank or standing. Meaning if you're in 2nd place, you would gain 100 magic and draw 2 cards. Magical Leap, which will let you transport yourself to any territory within 1 to 4 spaces. Unless you're going to win the match, never, ever, ever transport yourself onto the last gate of a lap. That's how you're doing it wrong. You would do that, like, if somebody made you roll 1 or something and you were going to land on a big land, or if there was an Old Willow or Kelpie out, because you could literally jump over it. Don't have to land on it. Next card we have is Metal Form. Kind of good, kind of bad, depending on who you use it on. Metal Form adds metallization enchantment to target creature. This creature neutralizes normal attacks, aka scrolls, or non-scrolls, sorry. So it neutralizes non-scroll attacks. That's what normal means. They used to say neutralize non-scroll attacks or reflect non-scroll attacks in Culdcept games of past. I don't know why they changed it now. There's not really like more scrolls per se. It might be about the same. I don't know. Or maybe there's just more creatures that have scroll attacks now. I don't know, but the one problem with this is the creature can't use armor. Using this on an Old Willow or Kelpie is a pretty risky move, because Old Willow and Kelpie can't use tools. The only way to make your creatures use tools when they can't, or any item, is a spell, and I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of the spell, but there is a spell that lets you literally ignore item limits. I think it literally will. I think it'll do it for everybody. I think it's a world spell. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was. But there is a card that'll let you ignore it, but it's the only way to give Old Willow or Kelpie a tool to use. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh well. But there is a card that will give any creature you have can use tools and items, like weapons or armor, even if it's said normally you can't. I don't remember the item, but that's the one downside to Metal Form, is if you don't have that world spell in play, you can't use tools or armor with Old Willow or Kelpie, so it's basically kind of like a sitting duck if they have scrolls. Okay, and the last card you have Tiny Army. Tiny Army will let you give your creatures plus 10 MHP and you gain 500 magic if you have 5 creatures in play that have 30 MHP or under. So if you have, 4, it's not going to work. If you have 3, it's not going to work. If you have more than 5, it'll work. Okay, so this is the Earth Only book. It's got a lot of potential. Obviously, again, if you ever see a book like this, do not copy everything and think it's the best, because it's not. I'll be the first to admit this book is pretty garbage. It's great for the AI. If you want to go against human opponents, it's probably going to get beat pretty well. You can use the same basic principle of Uber Queen with, like Mudman and Branch Army. Metallization on Sylvan Duchess is also another pretty good thing to use, because you can't, you would have to use scrolls, but this thing would destroy a scroll. Oh, by the way, I remember what the card is called. It is Release. Adds unlock limits enchantment to user for 4 rounds. Ignore item restrictions and land restrictions. So if something had a fire restriction, so it could not go on a fire land, you can put it on a fire land if this is in play. If something had item limits, they don't have restrictions for 4 rounds. And it's not 4 total rounds per se. If each person had like 3 people going, like before there was a 3-player free-for-all, each person going, once like the last person finishes, that's technically 1 round. And you'll see that when you're close to the end of the rounds, when it's like the last 5, it'll say like 5 rounds. Then when it gets back to the player 1, it'll say 4 rounds. So it can stay in play for a pretty long time if it doesn't get removed or replaced. But yeah, that means that for those 4 rounds, any one of your creatures can use items, even if they were blocked and they couldn't use items. So like, sea bonds technically can't use weapons, armor, scrolls, or tools. Well, if this is in play... Actually, no, if this is in play, it still can't. Never mind. Sea bonds blocks that. Whoops-a-daisy. But Old Willow or Kelpie that can't use tools can now use tools. He can't use scrolls. Well, then he can use scrolls if that's in play. Can't use weapons. It can use weapons when that enchantment's in play. It can't use tool or scrolls. Well, that can use scrolls when the enchantment's in play. Same with that. That can use armor. And you can put it down on air if you wanted to. It's probably not something you would want to use in a book like this, but if you had a lot of creatures with weapon restrictions, armor restrictions, items, scrolls, whatever, you can put a couple release in there just in case. Like if you had, Old Willow or Kelpie and you knew someone was gonna land, well, by all means, put release on you. When your opponent lands on it, you can use a tool. Do something like Necroscarab, like you saw. My creature dies, it'll transform into a skeleton. They're still paying the toll fee. That's the one thing you gotta understand. Some people might not realize that. If your creature dies, but it transforms into another creature, like if you're defending your land, somebody comes in and attacks you and kills your creature, and you had Necroscarab, or it was just some creature that can transform in general. Once it transforms, you still get to keep your land, because it was still technically defending. A good way to trick people is... Great Fossil. Great Fossil is defensive, it does not claim tolls, and upon defeat, it transforms into Tyrannosaurus. Here's the thing. Upon defeat, which means the creature dies, transforms into Tyrannosaurus, who does claim tolls. So if you had Great Fossil on a level 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and it dies, it transforms into a Tyrannosaurus, and they pay the toll fee. The AI will probably always try to attack the Great Fossil. Human people, probably not so much. But I think that kind of tricks people when it says, when it's destroyed. That probably does trick people. But these are some of the tips and tricks that people might not know that I want to portray to you, so that way you can learn from that. Use Great Fossil to your advantage. Have that thing out on a high level land. Obviously, if they can't use something like Magic Bolt or whatever to deal damage to it. But if they were to try to just attack it, let them. It'll die, transform into Tyrannosaurus. That's another thing you could put in this Earth book. This Earth book will not be totally Earth. I will put some neutral creatures in here, such as, where are you? Shapeshifter. I can transform it into same creature as target creature. So I can put multiple Sylvan Duchess in play. I can put multiple Brontitas in play because they have really high HP. I can put multiple land urchins in play, and they can't just get moved onto that creature. Also, if you have Shapeshifter, you can also shapeshift into Old Willows and shapeshift into Kelpies. Okay, these are the types of things that you're going to be learning in this stream. I do not have a book idea yet for tomorrow. I will, though. Should have it by later today. Probably about the next hour. I will put a tweet out as to what the next book will be within the next 30-60 minutes. That will be coming up tomorrow. Until then, first I just want to say thank you to everyone who's ever followed or hosted or tweeted out or just stopped by and has hung out or lurked in this channel. Without you, I really wouldn't have gone as far as I have gone so far. Obviously, right now, can't stop, won't stop, so we're gonna keep going for a very long time. Teach people Culdcept Revolt. We're gonna be seeing more variety streams in the somewhat near future. I don't know when. I don't know, like if I do, I don't know what the next thing will be. There's quite a bit of games. I have so much. One thing that does kind of suck is I need to buy Dark Souls 1 for like the 3rd time. Literally have 2 copies, but I can't stream either one. Yeah, gotta love irony. The only system I don't have it on is the 360, and that's the only system that I can actually stream. Well, besides PS4, because HDMI input works on capture card. AV, not so much. That'll be fun. But yeah. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. I will be doing more Culdcept Revolt book guides. Might be doing something new, or maybe even something for Halloween soon-ish. Like on Halloween day, night. I don't know. Whoops, that is technically would be a bonus stream. I don't know, we'll see. I do technically have PT on the PS4, and I've never actually seen any videos of it. I've also never played it. Jump scares are not my favorite thing. Not at all. Nope. Not my favorite. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll play it and get all scared. Until then, again, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the follows, the hosts. Thank you for all the support that you have given me. And I will be back again, like I said, tomorrow with another Culdcept Revolt book. A more refined book than this thing, which has already gone through 2 revisions, so this is technically Earth version 1.1. But until then, I hope you all have a great day, evening, night, or wherever you are. And I will see you all next time. Take care.